Welcome to our unit on surface area and volume. In this unit, we're going to be studying volume. What is volume? It is the amount of space an object occupies. We're also going to be studying surface area. Surface area is the layer that covers an object, like this picture is covering some of surface area. But however, this here is flattened out. But if we were to fold it up and put it around the box, that will represent the surface area. Here are 6 basic formulas for finding the area of these two-dimensional figures. These, your 2D figures, will be used as the base when we get ready to create our 3D figures. So take a look at this. I am going to draw a square 2D figure, and up here I'm going to draw another square 2D figure, and then I am going to connect the corresponding vertices to create a 3D figure. So eventually this is where we're going. We are going to get started in just a second, but let's take a look at the formulas. You notice that there is an A in each one, and that talks about the area, which is the inside coverage of the figure. And then in some of them, you see we have a P, which is the perimeter, which we've talked about that this year. It is the distance around the figure. If you see L's, it's going to be your length. Your W's will be your width. Over here with this square, your sides represent an S. We just came out of a unit on circles. C is circumference. That's like the distance around a circle. Here with your trapezoid, we have B1 and B2, which represent your parallel bases. All right, let's get started. Now, as we work through examples, just please make sure you pause the video to try problems on your own before continuing, because this type of practice will help you think through the process. Also, let's get into the habit of circling what we need to find, and we're going to underline what we are given, because a lot of times we're going to start with what we're given. Write the formula and proceed. So what are we going to do? Circle what we need to find, underline what we are given. Let's go. Problem example number 2. What are we going to do? We're going to find the area. In this particular case, we are given the height, which is 21.3, and we're given the base, which is 15 meters. All right, let's find the area. We start by writing down the formula. We substitute the given information, and we find out that the area is 159.75, and don't forget your units, meters squared. Area is always in square units. What are we asked to do in this problem? We are going to find the area. First thing we want to do is look at the picture, look at our formula sheet, and determine what type of figure it is. This is a parallelogram, so the first thing we're going to do is write down the formula. Formula is area equals base times height. Keep in mind that the height is always going to be perpendicular to the opposite side. So let's go find our perpendicular. Here it is. So the height will be represented by none other than 7.1. Area is equal to 12.9 times 7.1. Area is equal to 91.59 inches squared. Never forget your units. What are we doing in this problem? We are circling what we need to do. Let's find the area. This picture is a circle, so we're going to write down the area, and the area formula is pi r squared. In the picture, when we're given a number right in front of the center, this is the diameter. So we're going to go ahead and write the diameter is 26. If that's the case, how much is the radius? And the radius is 13. Let's go ahead and plug in our knowns. Area is equal to pi times 13 squared. We're going to go ahead and simplify that, and this is what we get. Your final answer can be in terms of pi, which is 169 pi yards squared, or your final answer can be 530.66 yards squared. Either of these would be acceptable answers. First we ask ourselves, what are we supposed to do? And we're finding the area. The next thing we want to do is figure out what shape this is. This is a trapezoid. So what we do is we write down the formula from the formula sheet. And the formula for a trapezoid is 1/2 the height times the sum of the bases. So we are given everything, even though I see a triangle here. Could lead to Pythagorean's theorem, but we'll see. So the area is equal to 1/2. We said the height is perpendicular to the opposite side. So here we have our 90. So we know height is 16. The bases are the parallel sides, which are 19 and 27. All right, we simplify this and we get area is equal to 368 centimeters squared. Here's our next shape. And the first thing we say, what are we asked to do? We're asked to find the area. This figure is a triangle, so the very first thing that we do is we write down the triangle formula. Area is equal to 1/2. The base is the bottom, which is 29.5. And then the height, we talked about the height being perpendicular to the other side. So we go and we find our 90, here it is, and which value represents the height, and that would be 14. Let's go ahead and compute. Simplify and see what our area is going to be. 206.5 inches squared. First thing we ask ourselves is, what do we need to do? We need to find the area. What figure is this? It's a trapezoid, so we want to start off by writing the formula for a trapezoid from our formula sheet, which will be provided. Area is equal to 1/2 the height times the sum of the bases. Well, guess what? We're given the bases, so let's go ahead and put that in. So we have 19 plus 7. What we don't have is the height, but what we know is that the height is perpendicular to the opposite side. So take a look at this. We have a triangle here. Let's go ahead and make a triangle on the other side, and we have a triangle here. We know that this side right here is 7, so this side right here is going to be 7. The whole thing is 19. We're going to subtract 7 from 19. We get 12. So that means the bottom of the triangles are 6. I'm going to go ahead and pull that down right here, and I'm going to put the base is 6. The hypotenuse is 10, and we are going to find the height. We're going to use Pythagorean's theorem. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. And we're going to substitute in our knowns. C squared is 10 squared. B is 6 squared, and we have a squared. We have a squared plus 36 is equal to 100. So a squared is going to be equal to 64 once we subtract 36 from both sides, and a is equal to 8. What have we found? We have found the height. We're going to go ahead and we're going to plug that in, and we're going to put in 8 for the height, and we're going to put in the rest of our formula, which was 1/2, and we're going to figure it out. And what we get is the area of this trapezoid is equal to 104 centimeters squared. Here we are. We love our word problems. But what we're going to do is we're going to circle what we are looking for, trying to find, and we're going to underline what we're given. So a triangle with an area of 45.5, so this is what we're given, has a base that measures 14 centimeters. Again, this is what we're given. Find the height. Circle height. So now what are we going to do? Well, height is what we're looking for. Area is what we're given. So let's start off by writing a formula for area of a triangle. Here we go. So area is equal to 1/2 the base times the height. What are we given? We're given area. So we're going to substitute in 45.5 for the area is equal to 1/2. They give us the base, which is 14, but they don't give us h. Let's go ahead and solve this for h. 45.5 is equal to half of 14, which is 7h. And we'll divide by 7 on each side to find out what h is. And h is equal to 6.5. Now let's go back and see what we circled. We circled height. Did we find height? Yay, we did. Height is 6.5 centimeters. How come it isn't squared? Because centimeters height, that's in linear measurements. So it's to the first power. All right, we're going to read through the problem and underline what we're given. Here it is. It's a trapezoid with a base that measures 23 and 29. So we are given the base and we're also given the area. So what do we need to find? We're going to find the height. So when we figure out what we're given, we want to start with that. So we're going to start with the area of a trapezoid. And the area of a trapezoid is area is equal to 1/2 height times the sum of the bases. We are going to put in what we were given and we're going to solve for what we need. All right, when we substitute what we're given into the problem, we have 390 is equal to 1/2 h, 23 plus 29. So there's a few ways that we can do this. We can definitely go ahead and multiply both sides by 2 to get rid of the fraction. Or we can add 23 and 29 and we can multiply it by 1/2 and divide it by 2. Let's see. All right, I've decided to go with multiplying both sides by 2 and we get 780 is equal to 52h. Let's divide both sides by 52 to find out what height is, what the height is. And the height is 15 kilometers. 3. To stick with our theme of circling what we're trying to find and underlining what we are given. We're trying to find the perimeter, which is the distance around a figure, but what we're given is the area. We're going to start off by writing the area formula for a square, which is area is equal to side squared. We're going to substitute in our knowns. We know that the area is 361 and 361 is equal to side squared. In order to solve, because we don't want side to the second power, we want side to the first power. So what we're going to do is take the square root. We're going to use the square root key on the calculator. And when we do that, the square root of s squared is s. And the square root of 361 is 19. So I guess we're done, aren't we? But we always go back and read the question. We circled what we needed to find in its perimeter. Ooh, so we're not done. We only found the side. So here we are, we have a square. We know all sides are equal, so each side is 19. So we can say 19 times 4 and figure out what the perimeter is. And the perimeter is 76 feet. So if you're gonna walk around this square, it's 76 feet. And that concludes our first video.